Also, listening to the ambient noise from the stadium, the PA announcer, basically an in-game feel, if you will, as opposed to the normal broadcast. Now, Aaron and I are kind of in agreement that we'd much rather listen to the broadcasters, but some of you on the text line, not so much. A lot of people down on Chris Collinsworth. I've heard Chris Collinsworth hate for, I feel like, years. I personally don't get it. Do I think he's amazing? No. Am I ever tuning in a game because I want to hear what Collinsworth has to say? No. I never remember watching a game and being like, man, like I do with Romo every time he's on, just be like, man, Collinsworth is driving me crazy tonight.
I feel like I'm in the minority now that nobody drives me crazy. Not a one. Never in my life. Now, I've noticed once everyone's, because I remember I liked Romo at the beginning, and then once everyone started to jump on him and dog him, I started, okay, I could see there. That was, I can guess how people are annoyed by it. But like, I'm watching the football game. I'm making my own, I'm deciphering for myself with my own eyes. We're all football fans. Whether you're on the air like we are, or you're Jim in Clearwater texting the show, we're all football fans. We all got eyes. So I don't need, if Tony Romo says something annoying to me or doesn't explain something to me, like that doesn't bother me because, and I get it for new football fans, that might not help them. For me, like I see what I'm seeing and I see enough. I don't need you to explain it to me like I'm a child.
It's not about being a child. First of all, you only get one view of the broadcast. So a lot of times when the color commentator is showing, they're showing a replay at the same time. And he's going, this guy did this, and this guy, the guard pulled. I've seen plenty of plays with a pulling guard where I didn't necessarily notice because I'm watching the football, right? There's a lot of things good color commentators point out after the fact that most of us would never have seen coming.
I still
especially
feel like
because we don't have a full view of the game.
I feel like we get that every broadcast because it's not up to the color commentator to decide which replays are going to get shown. That's production. Production is the one who quickly is showing the replay, and I'm getting enough from that replay they're showing on whether it's, even if it's not the best color commentating, I will get enough from it always, and I will make my own determination with my own eyes going, this is what I saw there, this is what I'm seeing. I don't need it as like the end-all be-all to make my experience great. But I think I think I might be in the minority in this because a lot of people listening are texting and I can't stand Collinsworth. I actually like Collinsworth.
I'll be honest with you. To me, it's less about the need to learn, even though I like that when color guys can teach me something I don't know or show me something I didn't see. I personally just get annoyed listening to him because he's like a giddy little kid. And
he loves the sport.
Great. So does John Madden, but he did it in a way that was, in my opinion, more entertaining and more educational. With Romo, it's just like, ooh, watch him do this, watch him do this, watch him, and it's like, dude, great. Like you're making predictions. Like I don't know. For me, it's just I find it when Romo does it to be half the time obnoxious.
Yeah, to my point, it's not just Romo. I've never had anyone where I went, wow, they are so obnoxious, I can't stand them. But I like, once again, I think I might be in the minority in that one.
Dolan's with you. I have no problem with any broadcaster. What about you, Sam Cohen?
I have one, and it hasn't come up on the text line yet. Joe Tessitore, and I'm a big Knowles guy. He seems to call a lot of Knowles games. I know some of my family members are in the same boat. I cannot stand.
Why?
When it's like obviously he does some WWE stuff. I don't know if it's more recent. Ever since he took over doing some of the WWE announcing, that's what he makes football feel like. And I'm not saying it's not exciting, but it's just too much. It's too dramatic. He's a less cool. I don't even.
Does it make your viewing experience less pleasurable?
100%.
Really?
If the Knowles,
that's sad.
He is, and I always dreamed of being a broadcaster. If Tessitore is on the call, I will mute the TV and I won't listen. Like Romo gets under my skin a little because he tries to do all the predictions like you mentioned, Pat. But Tessitore, I will literally watch the game on mute.
That's interesting.
Like somebody said that Collinsworth on primetime, this is on the text line, Collinsworth's always talking about how bad the Bucs are playing. First of all, the Bucs were playing bad at the end. Yeah. They don't play great on primetime. And who cares if he says they're playing bad? Like, if you know your team, it shouldn't, at least for me, it doesn't bother me enough to go, I hate that guy. I can't. He's trashing my team. I got to turn him off.
I grew up a Giants fan, as many of you may know. Forever, I've seen Oh, it's so obvious that Troy Aikman's rooting for the Dallas Cowboys.
There's no duh.
It's so obvious that he hates this team or that team. First of all, obviously he's going to pull for the Cowboys. This guy played for the Cowboys.
Right. Won Super Bowls. Who
I've never
cares?
heard him talk about another team in a disrespectful manner because they were a rival of his in the NFL. I think Troy Aikman's fantastic. A lot of people hate him and think he's biased just because he played for the Cowboys.
We're all biased. Okay, so people will hate Troy Aikman because he seems like he's in favor of the Cowboys. How about if Bucs fans heard Tom Brady on a broadcast being nice and seeming like he was leaning towards the Buccaneers? Would that make them annoyed? No, it's your team. So you have to put things in context. If you're going to have former players from this league, especially as this league's evolving, if you're going to have guys that have played and won championships, the expectation is that they're going to love the team and the franchise they played for and won for, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all. I absolutely hate that people get so worked up about that stuff. Like,
I
he's
prefer.
biased.
I prefer that. I go, they still love the franchise. That's awesome.
You prefer it.
Yeah, that's why we love football. I want to see, and I know this is college football, but like Michael Irving, and I want to see Ray Lewis. I want them on the sidelines being pumped. That's passion. It means that you were, and I know college is different, so maybe not the best example.
I want bias, but I don't want it to show in your call. To me, one of the greatest things about Gene Deckerhoff is if the other team scores or did score, he sounded excited about it because that's your job as a play-by-play guy is to make the game sound exciting, to make the plays sound exciting.
When he'd say Bucks, he would say we a lot.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It's because it's his.
Yeah, but at the same time, like when that's a local broadcaster, so it's a little different. But you got to call the game the same regardless of how you feel about it.